Hi, this is Barbra Schulte, and I'm here with Kaydee Johnston, who is the founder and CEO of Pony Tail Sportswear. And so here's why I'm talking with Kaydee. She and her team have developed one of the most innovative, fun, creative, problem-solving products that I use when I ride, and I absolutely love it. And I just think that you should know about it. So, Kaydee, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great. So before we say what we're talking about, I just want to tell you a little story. So I was in Washington State doing a cutting clinic, and we were, having lunch, and one of the participants came up to me and said, "Hey, do you know about Kaydee's underwear?" And I said, "Kaydee, and first of all, who's Kaydee? And second of all, I definitely don't know about her underwear." And so then she proceeded to tell me about this unbelievable product that helps with sore bottoms. So, Kaydee, I'm going to let you take it from here.
Oh my gosh, well thank you for the introduction, Barbara. I'm honored and I appreciate it. Basically what I had to do, I've been riding cutting horses for, over 25 years. And selfishly, I needed to solve my own problem. So what I did was I kind of thought, man, after riding, I had not only sore sit bones, raspberries, chafing, and I kind of thought maybe it was just me, but the more people I spoke with, kind of in private conversations, more people had this problem.
Yeah, well, we don't all go around talking about that.
No, unless you have a few cocktails. Nobody's really talking about what's going on with your sit bones.
Yeah.
So I thought, shoot, I've been blessed in my previous work experience to have founded companies and done product development and brand building, such as Ariat.com, or Ariat Boots, which is, now Ariat.com. And we started that company just from scratch, solving a problem, using the same sort of methodology. So product development-wise, I thought, I think that this is sort of an opportunity to do. So I really started the prototyping and pattern designs, pulled a team together and built prototypes and put it in test. Had it on riders to see if it really worked. And actually what I found is not only did it solve the problem for people like me that are amateurs, don't ride all the time, but for people that do ride every single day. I realized that there's a huge market for that. Trainers, lopers. So here we are. We started manufacturing and we launched the product formally to the market in May of this year.
So, Kaydee, let's share with everyone, what do they look like? What are they like? And, what's it like to use them?
Well, and how I explain it is we do for riders what bike shorts have done for cyclists. There's really been no innovation in the Western equestrian market to solve this problem. Riders are athletes. So there's some basic customer requirements that had to be met, and me being a customer, I kind of immediately knew what they had to be. First of all, they have to work, but they needed to be, you can't just use bike shorts because the padding's in the wrong place, the protection for your sit bone's wrong place. So we had to have the protection in the right place. The fabric had to be proper. It had to wick moisture. It had to prevent any kind of chafing, irritation. And it had to be attractive. Our customer is, believe it or not, it's got to look good, it's got to feel good, and it's got to work. So men and women products are a little bit different because the anatomy is different, but so the pattern design is a little different, men and women. And it also, one of the functionalities, it can't bunch when you ride. So
it comes down low.
Yeah, so for the women, it's basically a boy short. Men is a little longer, like a bike short. But the fabric is a 360 stretch, very, very thin, feels like a silk, but it's a nylon elasting blend that breathes. And the foam is very, very, we call it low profile foam. It's impact resistant, less than 1/8 of an inch, 2/4 density less stacked together. So it's not like you're riding on a fat pad, which is important. So, very attractive, functional, and it turns out to be a lovely product.
So one of the many things that's fun about this product is it's cute because the women's shorts have this little lace here, but it says "nice tail" on the back, which of course makes everyone laugh. But Kaydee, I want to ask you this question because it's interesting. When you talked about the foam in the seat, which is very, very thin, but we women, we don't feel like we're needing a lot of extra padding on our backside.
Exactly.
So what I thought was interesting is that when you put them on, of course it feels like there's a little bit more material there, but you can't tell.
No.
You absolutely can't tell.
No, and that is something that all of us girls are worried about. Is, we work really hard to sort of, try and make sure we have less than more, but it's really, we encourage people to try them on, and we do say, you will know that you have them on, but nobody else will. And we have, and all of us are the same. We try them on, and the first thing we do is we go, oh, I can feel them, because they need to really hug your sit bones, and that's how they work properly. So you feel them when you put them on, and then the first thing that all of us girls do is we look in the mirror and you say, okay, you see these? And then you ask your significant other or your sweetheart, can you tell? And you can't.
Yeah.
So it's really important for the women. Now the guys, what we found, guys don't really care. They've actually asked us, a little more. So I've actually been asked that. But no, you can't see it.
Kaydee, we've had a great chance to visit here these past couple of days. And what I think is so interesting is that this is a product that appeals to me because of hours in the saddle. But also, you were talking about that when people don't ride that much, that it's so helpful because, we are a little bit more not as in shape for, not, physical conditioning, but not as in shape for riding. And so, like, for trail riding and for ranching, in all ages of riders, how it just makes everything so much more comfortable and protected.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I couldn't have said it better, really. I mean, as far as what we're finding is people who don't ride often really appreciate this product because they're a little bit hesitant to ride if they haven't, because of that. They're like, ooh, I don't want to be sore. Well, if they have their ponytails on, they really are less fatigued, no raspberries, and feel somewhat knowing that they're going to be protected. So we're finding the person that maybe doesn't ride for weeks and then goes and rides all day is comfortable, doesn't go home sore at the end of the day. Or that person that's going on a vacation with their friends and going to go on a riding trip brings a pair, and I've had emails from people that say, oh my gosh, I love these, thank you. And we're also finding that there's some crossover applications, people who are sitting in bleachers that are watching their kids play sports or they're watching their friend's show, and they're sitting in hard seats, they're enjoying them as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of
awesome.
Yeah, it's
that's
pretty
cool.
awesome.
Well, it's a fun product because we're talking about underwear. And Kaydee and her team are so innovative, and the purpose of this video was that I just thought you need to know about this. And so for more information, just click the link that's at the bottom of the video. And thank you for being here, and thank you, Kaydee.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm honored, and I'm so excited you love them. My goodness. It's like we got our ponytail fest on. Thank you. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for taking the time.